Let's take a moment to imagine those legendary Spartan warriors charging into battle, fearlessly defending their homeland. We've all heard their epic stories, right? But have you ever wondered about the remarkable women of Sparta? They often don't receive the recognition they deserved. Well, today, we're delving into the world of Spartan women and the incredible privileges they enjoyed in a society focused on war and statehood. While the men were out there swinging their swords and shouting battle cries, the women of Sparta had their own remarkable advantages. These were no ordinary ladies. In ancient Greece, different city-states had different social structures. Sparta had its own special way of organizing society. While we can't exactly call Spartan society the highest class in Greece, Spartans were definitely seen as unique and highly respected. Spartan society was all about being strong in the military and putting the needs of the state first. The Spartans, who were also called Spartiates, were the top dogs in their city-state. They had special rights and privileges that made them stand out from other Greeks. Among the Spartans, men, of course, had the most power and fancy privileges. They had important roles in the military and politics. They were the ones who got to make decisions for the city-state, hold important role in the government, and inherit property from their families. Now, when it comes to Spartan women, it did have more rights and privileges compared to women in other Greek city-states, but still they were seen as being under the authority of men. Education and sports. Spartan girls went to school just like the boys did. They had a public education where they learned all kinds of stuff, including poetry and music. They got to read the works of famous poets and learn about different ways people express themselves through art. This focus on poetry and music helped Spartan girls understand and enjoy the cultural and artistic side of their society. It gave them a chance to appreciate beautiful words and melodies and be a part of the creative scene in Sparta. Spartan women were also actively involved in physical education and athletic pursuits. They received training in various physical activities including dancing, gymnastics, and even combat skills. Young girls had a totally different upbringing compared to girls in Athens. They were allowed to do things that would have shocked the Athenians, like practicing sports outdoors even alongside boys, and they did it all while being unclothed. But there was a reason behind it. The Spartans wanted to make sure the women were strong and healthy enough to give birth to strong babies. That was their top priority. Also, they got to flex their athletic skills in some exciting competitions and festivals. They joined in various sports events like foot races, discus throwing, and even wrestling matches. These competitions were held during religious festivals and public gatherings, giving Spartan women the perfect opportunity to unleash their inner athletes. It was a chance for them to shine and prove that they were just as skilled and capable as their male counterparts. But they were not just all about physical fitness and their unique roles in society. They also lived it up in style. Even Aristotle himself noticed how Spartan women had more control over their money and a stronger voice in household matters, which lead us to the next one: wealth and property. Spartan women had more control over their property and played a significant role in managing their households. They had the right to own and manage property, including land. Yes, they had the ability to make decisions regarding their own resources. They also earned money from the family's land, just like the men did. Spartan women's beauty. Now, when it comes to looks, Spartan girls were forbidden from wearing makeup or using any beauty enhancements. But that wasn't a problem because they were already known for their natural beauty. They didn't need any extra help in that department. Instead, their education was focused on other things, and they weren't allowed to use it to pursue a career. In Spartan society, they didn't care much about traditional feminine qualities like grace. They valued physical fitness and having a strong moral compass above all else. Their training was all about turning these girls into lean, strong, and healthy machines, ready to bring forward the next generation of Spartans. There was even a saying that only Spartan women could give birth to men. It sounds a bit intense, but that was the mindset back then. social and verbal autonomy. In stark contrast to the norms of other Greek city-states, Spartan women enjoyed a level of freedom that allowed them to participate in public conversations with men. This was a truly scandalous concept at that time. These women were renowned for their quick thinking, clever wit, and sharp tongues, effortlessly delivering politically astute remarks that often let their male counterparts in awe. The idea behind this cultural practice was rooted in the belief that the women who possess intelligence and mental agility would pass on these qualities to their offspring. The Spartans understood the importance of not only physical strength, but also mental prowess in shaping the future generations of their society. While women in other city-states were typically confined to domestic duties and excluded from public discourse, Spartan women were encouraged to actively participate in discussions and express their opinions. Their ability to hold their own in political debates and provide insightful commentary was not only respected but also seen as a desirable trait that enhanced their status in society. Procreation. The bearing of children by Spartan women was not simply a personal matter but carried significant social and patriotic implications. It was considered a noble and honorable duty to contribute to the growth and strength of the Spartan state. Women were encouraged to marry and have children at a young age, with the primary focus being on producing strong and healthy offspring. To support this goal, Spartan women received special attention and care during pregnancy. They were provided with nourishing diets and received medical attention to ensure the well-being of both mother and child. Also, it is true that in ancient Sparta, a practice known as exposure was carried out, which involved the killing of infants who were deemed weak or unhealthy. This practice was part of the rigorous eugenics program implemented by the Spartans to ensure the strength and vitality of their population. In Spartan society, the well-being and survival of the state took precedence over individual lives, and this extended to the lives of newborns. When a child was born, they would undergo a series of examinations to determine the physical health and potential future strength. If a child was deemed unfit or had any perceived defects, they were left to die by exposure, usually by being abandoned in a designated location. The decision to expose an infant was not made by the mother alone, but was subject to evaluation by a council of elders. These elders would examine the child and determine whether it met the strict criteria for physical health and future potential. This practice was seen as a way to maintain the strength and vigor of the Spartan population, as only the strongest and most capable individuals were allowed to survive and become full-fledged Spartan citizens. Spartan women played a significant role in shaping Spartan society and contributing to its strength and resilience undeniably. If you want to know more about those Spartan warriors, check out our previous video after this. It goes into detail about how these Spartans were trained and educated. I'll put the link in the description. If you enjoyed the video, show some love by giving it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, Discover Ancient Civilizations, to stay in the loop and explore more fascinating content. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay engaged in the fascinating history. We'll catch up with you soon.